Who the hell is Shehbaz Sharif to say Lebanon is part of the deal? Because after all, Haider, you are only a courier. You are not supposed to take any independent decisions.
Well, Arnab, I can feel your pain because when the region was on the brink, when tensions between the United States and Iran were about to explode, where was all this so-called global leadership you keep talking about? Media-driven narratives and zero meaningful contribution to de-escalation in that crisis.
अच्छा एक बात बताओ Haider, don't get overexcited.
This look like a deliberate deception operation to maximize tactical surprise and shock. You know, they said Lebanon. I read that tweet.
1 second. Can I stop you right there? Are you just saying that Pakistan was in touch with the Hezbollah? Did you hear that? Bishambar Dayal, he's saying we are negotiating in between, but we are in touch with the Hezbollah. Remember, you promised to defend us. You told the Saudis that you can't defend them, but you said we will protect you from Iranian attacks, so we will help out in a negotiation. J.D. Vance is accusing Pakistan of doing bad faith negotiations. Did you see that, General Bakshi? I saw this going badly in a week or so, but within 1 day it's happening. Bishambar Dayal, General Bishambar Dayal, J.D. Vance is saying that, see, the Pakistanis are lying by claiming that Lebanon is part of the deal. But Pakistan is saying that Lebanon is part of the deal. But J.D. Vance is saying this is a lie. Trump is calling this a hoax. Now, the Pakistanis are saying that the Americans are nobody to decide anything for themselves, and are saying that they have committed on behalf of America that Lebanon is part of the deal. Now, naturally, the question people are asking around the world, John Hussain from Tehran is a Pakistani journalist, Haider Hayat Khan from Lahore, Raja Faisal. The question everyone is asking is this: how can Shehbaz Sharif contradict J.D. Vance? If J.D. Vance is saying Lebanon is not part of the deal, who the hell is Shehbaz Sharif to say Lebanon is part of the deal? Because after all, Haider, you are only a courier. You are not supposed to take any independent decisions. You know, Pakistan, the Prime Minister reposted what the White House sent him. But how is Pakistan saying? How the hell is Pakistan saying that Lebanon is part of the deal when America says, no, it's not part of the deal?
Well, Arnab, I can feel your pain because when the region was on the brink, when tensions between the United States and Iran were about to explode, where was all this so-called global leadership you keep talking about? It wasn't coming from New Delhi. It was Pakistan that stepped in, engaged both sides and helped cool the situation. And today, Islamabad is not hosting war rooms like you, Arnab. It's hosting dialogue. Diplomats and other people are coming to Pakistan to talk peace, not to escalate.
अरे यार बोर मत करो. मैं सवाल ये पूछ रहा हूँ आपको कि अमेरिका कह रहा है कि ये डील का पार्ट नहीं है. आप कौन होते हैं भाई साहब डिसाइड करने के लिए? अरे बाबा, you can't even prevent war from Afghanistan.
Your Prime Minister Narendra Modi, a veteran of aggressive postures, media-driven narratives and zero meaningful contribution to de-escalation in that crisis.
अच्छा एक बात बताओ. Haider, don't get overexcited, Baba. Don't get overexcited. Listen to me. There are so many big countries in the world. We'll have to talk a little properly to you. General Bakshi, someone's got to explain to the Pakistanis. So many big countries in the world. There is Russia, there is China, there is India, there is Brazil, and the slightly smaller countries. Now, my question is: Did any of the big countries come and say? Did any of the big countries come and say, Uncle Sam, मैं दलाली करूँगा? अच्छा, आपने अभी दलाली की. जब दलाली आपने की, तो उसके साथ आपने झूठ कैसे बोला? जिसके लिए आप दलाली कर रहे हैं, the party on behalf of whom you are broking. Okay, tell me one thing. Okay, can you first tell me? Okay, listen, you liars. America is saying that you are lying. Lebanon is not part of the deal. America is saying that you are liars. America has said it is not part of the deal. Lebanon, you are saying they are part of the deal. Are you more important than J.D. Vance? Now he's lost his audio. General Bakshi, kya ho raha hai? What is going on here, sir?
Arnab, this looks something even more sinister, man.
Yeah.
This looks like a deliberate deception operation to maximize tactical surprise and shock. You know, they said Lebanon, I read that tweet. Your boys had sent it to me. I read that tweet early morning, yesterday, and it clearly stated that Lebanon, there will be a ceasefire in Lebanon. That was the Shahbaz Sharif tweet. Next day, that very morning, the Israelis attacked 200 targets, kill about 120 people and wound about 1,200 plus. That is a deliberate tactical ploy, and was Pakistan part of the deception narrative? I mean, this is murderous, man.
No,
this
sir,
is
if we talk about Pakistan,
what has possibly
let me tell
happened?
you, if we talk about Pakistan claiming the ceasefire, Pakistan responsibly gave this statement saying that Iran and, of course, Hezbollah that was sitting in Lebanon, from that side, it was all ceasefire. Pakistan confirmed that ceasefire is taking
How do you
place
know that?
from
You were
the
talking to
side.
the Hezbollah. I mean,
From
one
the
second.
side.
Can I stop
No,
you
no.
right there? Are you
We
just
were not
saying
talking to-
that
we were not
Pakistan
talking
was
to
in touch with the Hezbollah? Did you hear that? Bishambar
only
Dayal,
connection-
he's saying
the only
we are
connection-
negotiating
Okay,
in between,
okay,
but we are in touch with the Hezbollah.
The only connection Pakistan received.
No, but you
from
just said
Lebanon
we are
side
talking to the Hezbollah.
Is 2 hours ago there was a call which Pakistan's Prime Minister received from Lebanon's Prime Minister, and that was about they seeking Pakistan's support in this ceasefire. They seeking Pakistan's support.
But you are
in
nobody
end of
to
war.
you are nobody
And
to give
Lebanon's-
anyone any support,
Lebanon's
because
Prime Minister called
you are not in a
Pakistan's
position to
Prime
give
Minister
anyone that
today,
support.
not
One
yesterday.
second. You are not in any position because you are a courier boy. Now, General Bishambar Dayal, I'll tell
Well,
you what
India can call us whatever they want.
You are a dalal.
India can call us whatever they want.
You do dalali and you're a courier boy.
Then I'll be forced to call you.
Okay,
dalal in
now
Ukrainian
see what has happened. I'll
You
tell
are
you,
a dalal in
Raja.
Ukrainian
Raja, I'll tell
side.
you what happened. I'll tell you what happened. This is what has happened. You have been in a very bad situation with the last loan being rejected given the current situation. So you have a situation where you have a payment that you are supposed to make, right? Supposed to make on the 24th of this month, which you don't have money for, so you have a problem. Then you went to the
won't ask India
Saudis.
for money.
Then you went to the Saudis. Listen, you went to the Saudis, and the Saudis said to you, that if we are to help you with your next installment, remember you promised to defend us. You told the Saudis that you can't defend them, but you said we will protect you from Iranian attacks, so we will help out in a negotiation, right? Then Iran told you that if you help out the Americans, because you allowed them to use their airspace a couple of times, then we will attack you. Then you told the Iranians, no, don't attack us. The Iranians asked you, what can you do for us? You said, we will include Lebanon. Then you, without asking the Americans or the Israelis, who are principal parties in this, you included Lebanon. And J.D. Vance is now saying that you double-crossed him because America never promised Lebanon as part of the deal. So this is the sequence of events. Mr. Dayal, what do we do now?
With all of these theories,
if you can request him
should
to,
publish a book,
to
and
be
that would
quiet,
the
I would
bestseller.
not like to listen. I am a general officer from Indian Army. We talk with a lot of pride and we do not indulge in external. Firstly, Arnab, if a marriage venue is booked, doesn't mean he's the owner of the marriage. Pakistan is just a facilitator. It was just a facilitator nominated by America on the reason which you have already described. And Pakistan is not the center here. We don't have to discuss Pakistan. There's nothing about Pakistan. We know Pakistan better than anybody, and this place is not for discussing Pakistan. This place is there was a peace process out of which number of people have backed out, right? And unfortunately, and now it is looking like it is falling apart. Pakistan must have also played its part. I'm not defending Pakistan because they are quite capable of. America should know it better. They have played with America when America was withdrawing from Afghanistan. The withdrawal,
Sir, with full honor,
during the withdrawal, they played with.
I'm seeing an activity which I have
Arnab,
never
here
seen
the
in
question
Pakistan
is,
and
here, from
Islamabad.
day one the question, Arnab, I will not talk over you, you can talk anything you feel like, right? Arnab, from day one the question is, who is wanting this peace? And who is trying to
The
deal
whole
it?
world is wanting
Iran,
this peace.
yes, you don't have to tell. You don't have to tell.
Yeah. The whole
The
world
world
wants
wanted,
this peace.
world wanted. So the two
Your
people
country wants this peace.
who
Your country wants this
listen to me.
peace.
Of course we
Because
are a peaceful country. Of course we are a peaceful country. And
I
listen
have
to me.
been seeing the queue.
Listen,
I have
listen to
been
me.
seeing the queue.
Of course, we are a peaceful
I don't-
country. We are
I
not
don't
a
see
terrorist
these people.
company. We are a peaceful country, Raja. We are not a terrorist company. We have not
If you
given
were a peaceful
birth to any
country-
terrorism.
if you were a
We have
peaceful
not
country,
promoted
you
Al
should
Qaeda.
not
We have
be
not
asking
promoted
your
ISIS.
allies
We have not
or
promoted
allies
Taliban.
to shoot
We
down
did not give birth.
Sena. You're
Raja,
not a peaceful country.
you are talking to an officer of Indian Army
Yes.
who is aware
Yes,
that
I
in
am.
1996, listen to me now.
And I'm
In
correcting you.
1996,
I'm correcting
in
your-
1996,
correcting your narrative.
I'm giving you exact details. In 1996, when Taliban entered Afghanistan, it was led by Pakistani generals and Pakistani army, and their identity cards were seized, and you guys refused to recognize them as your people. So I'm not talking to you. Arnab brings you. I don't talk to people like you.
You can-
Arnab
you
brings
can
you
say
people.
whatever you
I'm
One minute,
talking-
Mr.
I'm
Raja,
talking
Raja,
here.
Raja, see,
Listen to me.
Raja,
I'm talking here.
Raja,
I'm not-
Raja, I think,
I will not indulge.
Raja,
believe you me.
I'm sorry
Raja,
for his
believe you me.
behavior.
Raja, believe you me, I will never indulge.
No, Raja,
I've been
Raja,
telling my
Raja,
nation,
one minute. Haider, see. Haider, I'd see this.
Raja, I believe in confronting you people only in the battlefield. Rest, I don't want to talk to you people. I'm telling you this.
You were falsely claiming.
Listen to me.
You were
Listen,
falsely
listen to me,
claiming
listen.
that in Pakistan there's nothing happening.
No, what I'm saying tonight is this, Raja. Raja, what I'm saying tonight is that, what I'm saying tonight is this, that, just 1 minute.
शादी है भाई, आपने वीनू दे दिया भाई, आपके पास वीनू था, आपने दे दिया. आपके पास ISI, आपके कनेक्शन थे, भाई आपके IRGC से कनेक्शन थे, अमेरिका को पता
दिल्ली में दे देते.
See, I think whatever I think Pakistanis has done. Haider, 1 minute. General Dayal, I think Pakistan behaves like this.
Either you have to shut them up and
Now,
you have to...
Haider, please reduce it. I'd like to bring in John Hussain. John, I first of all, let's control our language. Request the Pakistani guests to control their language. I want,
you are not at all in
see,
the center of this.
the question is this.
Iran, Israel and America.
Yeah.
Somewhere America is backing out because of some fear that somewhere Israel is backing out. Israel doesn't want peace. Why don't you people understand? Israel is the one who started the Lebanon thing. No, after 20 years.
No, but the thing is, General Dayal.
So they are the people. They don't want
But
peace.
General Dayal,
it is affecting the world.
the important
And
thing
they are
is
nothing.
that.
They are just America has told them they are organizing it.
No,
So that's a fact. That's a fact.
the general point is today, John, that it's very embarrassing for Pakistan that the American Vice President is saying that they are carrying out bad faith. Essentially, they are lying. Now, the only people who know whether they have lied in this are the Pakistanis, John. Because the Iranians are telling the Pakistanis that you told us that Lebanon is part of the deal. But the Americans are saying we never made any commitment on Lebanon. Now, if Pakistan does claim to be the country which has negotiated this, they must know. You can't tell two different lies to two different sides. You are telling Iran that the ceasefire includes the Lebanon, that is, includes the Hezbollah, to get them to agree. And you're telling US and Israel that Lebanon is not part of the deal, you can continue to bomb them. And J.D. Vance called out Pakistan in Budapest saying they are lying, Lebanon is not part of the deal. Eventually, John, who will Trump go by? Shehbaz Sharif or his own vice president?
Hello, Arnab. So you're an experienced journalist, and I would request that I would appreciate if anyone could not interrupt me. because I will not speak with an opinionated or in value judgment assessment. I will just quote facts and figures that I have from here, because I also have to maintain some sort of degree of facts. So never was it mentioned in any of the statements that Pakistan had been in a compromised position. Iran had actually praised Pakistan's role, and the United States has also recognized Pakistan's role. And I'm not giving opinions. You can check Abbas Araghchi's tweets. You can check the first tweet from Trump, who stated that 10 points will be followed. So the contradictions were in fact made by the US media in the first place, rather than Pakistan, for example. And the United States has been dishonest. They were the ones who agreed to the 10 points in the first place. They were the ones who, I think, agreed to the fact that Lebanon is a part of the deal, as told by Mr. Araghchi, as told by the National Security Council statement from Iran. And there has been a history of the United States where they have misinformed people, where they have changed the facts. So from the Iranian side, it is clear that Pakistan has facilitated this whole process, and they have thanked Pakistan. At the same time, it was also recognized by the United States that in the first place, when they tweeted, when Trump posted a tweet on the on his own social media,
John,
that the negotiations will follow the 10-point.
John,
yes.
I always suspected that Pakistan is a broker with no bite. But in this particular case, if America is lying, then why doesn't the Pakistani Prime Minister go on record and say that Trump is a liar? Lebanon,
Because
why you can't say this. You see, otherwise I will worry, and General Dayal will worry, that you are saying two things to two different people. You are saying one thing to America and you are saying one thing to Iran, which cannot happen. No, the truth cannot be smudged out in this way.
The way that I see it is that since the Israeli lobbies, AIPAC and Adelson's, have provided $250 million to Trump, and since there is a lot of pressure on President Donald Trump that he should not exclude himself from the deal, and since for a fact that the United States wants to have this deal and they want to have a face saving of sorts, because in the view of the Democrats, in the view of their own media, and in the view of the polls that were recently conducted regarding Donald Trump's popularity,
no,
they are at risk.
General Bakshi, but can Pakistan decide on behalf of America?
No, that is precisely what I'm saying.
Then what are they doing then? I don't understand.
No, Arnab, the past pattern of behavior of Pakistan is anything but anti-America. No less than Asim Munir has been sucking up to Donald Trump most shamelessly. It is the worst example of bootlicking that I have seen any military man do in recent times. They have 250 years of practice during the colonial era. Let me please finish. They had 250 years of bootlicking practice. They seem to be missing it. I am convinced.
And behave yourself, General. Behave yourself. Behave yourself.
Speak with respect to General Bakshi. Haider Hayat Khan. You be careful of what you're saying out there. All right, or I'll handle you nicely. Yeah, I'll handle you nicely. I'll take you for a run. You need to lose some weight anyway, you insolent chap. You insolent chap with a limited vocabulary. I'll get Raja in out there. Yeah.
And open them.
Learn to speak with respect. Speak with respect, you roly-poly fool. Now listen to me.
Yeah, now. Execution of a deception plan. You had been given a script by Washington to utter out.
No, but how can they decide over Vance? Come on now, Raja.
No, so they were part of a deception plan.
Oh, they were part.
That is what
you remember.
Have you noticed the impact of that strike, Israeli strike on Lebanon? 200 targets hit when they were celebrating a ceasefire.
Oh, so they were the Trojan horse, the double agent.
Absolutely, that's what I'm trying to say.
Earlier I mentioned
that is exactly what I'm trying to say.
When Iran talked to Pakistan about the ceasefire, that was related to Iran and Lebanon and elsewhere, wherever they were active. Of course, they were giving their say that they are going for a ceasefire. That's what Pakistan confirmed, that from Iranian side, the ceasefire is out there. But when it comes to the Israeli side, it was entirely up to the Americans to shut them up and they failed to do so. We will ask J.D. Vance tomorrow when he reaches in Islamabad. Because
No.
tomorrow he's reaching to Islamabad.
No.
We
You
will
can't
ask him
dictate terms to J.D.
why-
Vance. Just
we
make
will
sure you
ask
give him a good
why-
hotel room because you don't
It's
have
not
any
a
good
dictate.
hotels in Islamabad. Ladies and
It's not
gentlemen,
a-
all dusty,
it's
crummy
not a
hotels in
dictate.
Islamabad, ladies and gentlemen. Horrible place, Islamabad. Very bad. Very bad.
You're most welcome whenever
civil
you want to
facilities,
come.
civil facilities, very bad shape
You
of
are
affairs.
most welcome
And
whenever you
Rawalpindi is worse. You know, Rawalpindi is like a bombed out place from some medieval part of the world. You know.